Welcome back, traders, to In-Depth Trading. Today we have a very exciting video that we want to share with you. It's about a forex trading strategy that we got from AI. You all know that nowadays AI is booming. Artificial intelligence is getting more intelligent by the day. But is it possible that artificial intelligence could help us to generate income daily, to generate profits that could help us make a living? Now, we asked ChatGPT to generate for us a strategy, simple instructions that you can follow. A strategy that has a 50% plus winning rate. So it generated us this strategy called the moving average crossover strategy. So this is how it works. Let's first head on to our TradingView platform. Let me delete this to show you how we can insert the strategies over here. All right, so let's go back to ChatGPT. The first step, it says set up. It says use a forex chart with candlesticks or bars. So when I head over to my chart, we can see that these are candlesticks and bars or bars. All right, and it says apply the 50 period EMA and the 200 period EMA to the chart. So I head over to my chart and I go to indicators, and what I want to do is to look for the moving average indicator, specifically the exponential moving average indicator. So these are moving averages over here, and this is the moving average exponential. This is what you want to choose, and as you can see, after pressing this moving average indicator, we can see it's already displayed here. But we want to remember, because we want the 50 and the 200 EMA moving average indicator. So I have to press it again to get 2. As you can see from my screen over here, now we have 2. Alright, we can turn it off, and remember, it says the EMA has to be 50, the period has to be 50 for one EMA, and the other period has to be 200 for the other EMA. So let's head over to our chart and let's edit these EMAs as described. So let's make this 50. And so that we can differentiate the EMAs properly, let's change the color at styles and let's make it black. Then let's press OK. Now, as we can see, this is the 50 EMA moving average indicator, and we have to change this to 200. Let's go to inputs. Let's make it 200. Right. Okay. So, as we can see, we now have the 200 moving average indicator over here. Now let's look for further instructions. So now this is how we can look for the buy signal. It says when the 50 period EMA crosses above the 200 period EMA, it generates a buy signal. All right. So when the 50 EMA, remember the 50 EMA is the black one. When the 50 EMA crosses above the 200 EMA, it generates a buy signal. So here's what we can do. From this point, the crossover point, we're looking for buy signals. So we haven't taken the trade yet. We're just looking for the buy signals for now. Let's go back. Let's look for further instructions. It says wait for the crossover to be confirmed by at least one full candle or bar closing above the crossover point. All right. So now that's how to confirm the strategy. It says directly from this point over here, we should look for a candle that closes above the crossover point. Let me try to zoom this in so that you can see more clearly. Alright, so as we can see from here, it started to cross the EMA at this point. So what we're going to do from here onwards, we'll look for this candle to close above this crossover point. So meaning that we're going to take our buying position directly at this position over here. Alright, so this is how we're going to enter our trade. So we do the opposite for the sell signals, but now let's head over to risk management. So it says set up a stop loss order before the recent swing lows for buy trades and above the recent swing high for sell trades. All right, let's try and do that to set up the stop loss for our risk management. Now, as we can see from here, the recent swing low is over here. So we have to set up our stop loss over here. But what about our take profits? Now we have to look at that. Now we want to head over to exit strategy. It says close the trade when the opposite signal occurs, meaning that on this buy position that we have over here, we should look for when EMA 50 now starts to cross um, EMA 200 again. Now that's how we exit. So meaning that this will be where we can exit. Let's head over to get our horizontal line so that you can properly see this when we're going back in time. Meaning that our take profit will be here, right over here. But now our risk to reward ratio is only 0.7, which is not really good. So I have improvements that we can make at the strategy. Improvements that I would advise you to use, which makes the strategy more and more profitable. Um, so I'll make a second video reviewing the strategies, reviewing how you can make way more money. So, but let's just test it up with other sell positions to see if it works. Let's just delete this and let's delete this right over here. Okay. So as we can see, for the sell position, this is what we're going to do. We look for when EMA 50 crosses EMA 200. So this is the crossover point over here. So meaning that we're going to look at this candle over here. All right. So this is where we're going to look for our sell position over here. So this trade is not realistic because as you can see, we have to put our stop loss at the recent swing high. So this is not realistic because our take profit will be way lesser. So we want to make sure that the crossover point is closer to, before taking the trade, is closer to our candles. So let's look for a better trade that we can take, if there's any, right over here. Okay. So this might be a better trade that we can take. For an example, this is a crossover point, as we can see over here. It closed below the EMA. Now we can take this position over here, and we can this right here can be considered a swing low by some people. So you might put your stop loss over here or here, but I would rather put it here. So now you can have a much more profits that you can gain. An example, if we stretch this out, you can hit some nice profits over here. So this is how basically the strategy works. But as you can see, you can make losses, you can have huge losses that you can get. But I have some tips and tricks on how we can improve this strategy, make it more reliable, because this strategy is really powerful. I can show you how to make this more powerful. So tomorrow I'll make a video and show you how we can improve this strategy. Because just one tip that I would like to leave you with, as you can see in this strategy, you should make sure that you don't trade during times like this when the market is consolidating. Make sure that the market is trending or making break-off structures, is a little bit more volatile. So when the market is starting to be a little bit more volatile, that's when you start trading. But I'll discuss more about how you can use this, how you can get major profits, a higher risk to reward ratio of this strategy using it, and how to be more accurate and get way more losses. So stay tuned. Tomorrow I'll post a video about that. And just one more thing, traders. I'll be making a video of me for testing this strategy to see if you can really use the strategy in live executions. So I'll be making a video on that and showing you how profitable it was, the risk to rewards I took, and also the winning rates that I got. So stay tuned for that. I'll be posting a video about that this week.